step away from the Switch. We have a show to do.
So Dudders, I put an article in your awesome thing of the week section.
Oh,
I don't know if you saw it. I'm not saying it has to be your awesome thing of the week, but I saw sex workers in Animal Crossing, and I thought of you.
That's wild.
God, I thought of you.
That means a lot. Thanks.
Oh, jeez. Hi, Mom.
Here, look, who am I?
Who am I?
Mine's upstairs.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm like the only one without. That's okay. Who am I? I'm fine. We got this. I'm playing plenty, guys. I'm fine. I've gone past my Animal Crossing FOMO because I'm playing a really cool game. Where the hell is it? It's called Little Orpheus, and it's fantastic. All right. That's my Apple Arcade thing.
Nice.
All right. Where is... I need to get this so I can... I'll figure out when we get the show going. Okay. You guys need to be rearranged over here and get unbrady bunched.
I need to...
You need a sec?
I just need to find something that's awesome. Just don't pick me first.
Okay. All right. I
I probably stole yours, John.
we got enough people here. I think we can make do. So, how about if I actually record things? That'd be nice. All right. Hey guys, it's time to get geeky, get awesome. It is the AwesomeCast. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, PA. Staying safe, staying distance as well. But this is the show. We got a whole crew with us here tonight. Mom Sorg's in the chat room. Dave Potter's in the chat room. Everybody's hanging out in the chat rooms for us here live. But of course, with us first of all, back on the show from Big Bank International Esquire, it is John Chichilla.
How's it going, sir?
With all of his K's from the big D Dormont. Thank you for joining us again.
K's?
Oh, your K's. Yeah, I don't know.
Strikeouts?
You're the one. No, you're the one with the 4K. Oh, baseball's a thing again, isn't it? Oh, that's right. That's a thing that exists again. But that's
unless you're with the Florida Marlins.
Unless you're the Florida Marlins, because
they all got COVID.
They all got COVID. They like you don't share that bottle of whiskey, guys. You'll share the COVID. I don't know what they do. What do baseball people do? Chew? Are they passing the chew? Is that how baseball works? I don't know.
The big league chew.
The big league chew, exactly. Also back with us from her hiatus on Animal Crossing Dudders Island. The Dudders is back with us. How you doing? She's playing right now.
What podcast?
How you doing, Katie?
Good. How's it going?
Excellent. You were sharing your fun tests and how they were making sure you don't glow.
Yes, less glowing the better.
Less glowing the better. Sporting that sweet shirt, that sweet Cancer Sucks shirt.
Yeah, we can talk about that later.
You have a shirt with yourself on it. That's so cool.
I know.
Awesome. Also back with us, Ron Krause is with us, also with Big Bank International Esquire.
Hey, are you saying baseball spits?
Baseball spits? There is a lot of spitting. Did they ban spitting in baseball?
That could be why.
Stop spitting on each other, baseball. Is that how it works? Sure.
I don't know, something like that.
Listen, everything I remember about baseball is based in RBI baseball for the Nintendo. That's just it. That's all. That's as far as I went.
That's as far as you go back.
It's as far as I go back.
Little league in your life?
No little league in my life. I mean, it's been a while since Ian's team, and I've just forgotten everything. I don't know if those were real rules that we used. But guys, it is the AwesomeCast. Check us out at awesomecast.com. You can also subscribe to the AwesomeCast on awesome podcast providers like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, and of course video versions on the Facebook and the YouTube page. Of course, we are live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Facebook Live, on Twitter, on YouTube, on the Sorgatron Media Twitch page, so you can join us in any of those spots. Of course, a lot of the chat that we are paying a lot of attention to does happen over on the Facebook stream, so please join us over there. And if you are watching live or watching later, especially if you're watching live, please hit a share, hit a like, share this, retweet it, whatever the case may be, to help hop a bunch more people into this awesome party that we're having right now. Thank you to our audio partners at the4to5media.com that have been streaming us, and our friends that share some great podcasts in the Pittsburgh area, postindustrial.com, also doing some great coverage about all the craziness happening, especially up here in the Rust Belt. And thank you to our Patreon supporters at patreon.com/awesomecast, including our friends at the Coffee Club, Matt Weller, John DeGore, and John Carmen, and our friends at the Fan of the Show level, Michael Fedor, pghmuseums.org, Professor Buzzkill. Please go check out his podcast at professorbuzzkill.com, and Dave Podner of the Tiny Shutter Podcast. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here, for supporting the show, and you guys can support the show too at patreon.com/awesomecast. Everything's been going super strong on our Patreon side, even with everything going on, and actually has been at heights, better than beforehand. So it's one area where the coronavirus era has been kind of kind to us. So thank you, and thank you. That's because of you guys out there. Thanks for supporting the show. So let's get into our awesome things of the week. And since she was showing it off a little bit already, Animal Crossing has some celebrations coming up, right, Katie?
Yeah. So we're getting another update on July 30th, which I'm excited about because fireworks. My niece called me and she was like, fireworks, with her face as close to the camera as possible on her mom's iPhone. Fireworks. So you're going to be able to get some fireworks on the island, which is super exciting. You'll be on Sunday nights in August. And you can also buy little glow doodle bobbers for your head. So you hang out with your friends and wear your little glow doodle bobbers and watch the fireworks together. And you're also you're able to back up your island periodically now. So if something bad happens to your island, not saying that that's ever happened to me, but if something
you mean like a niece going and wreaking havoc on your island?
Yes, then you can go back and go to essentially your previous save, and your island will be back to normal. And this is nice, especially if something would happen where your switch would crash, or you lost your switch, or something happened with that. And you can also visit what's called Dream Islands, which you can go to islands across the world, and you don't actually. The biggest difference is you get to check out somebody else's island that you might not know this person, but you also can't do any damage while you're on that island. So people are going to be more likely to invite people and give them their dream codes to come check out what you're doing. Okay. Versus you can do some damage to somebody else's island if you really wanted to, but this way nothing is actually saved. It's kind of just you getting to go and check out what they're doing on their island, get some ideas, which is fun. So how is that? Is it kind of is it serving good islands to you, kind of algorithmically, or are you how does that seem to probably process? It really doesn't say right now. There's not a lot of info yet, at least not that I've found out yet. But there is a dream code for your island, which is different than your dodo code. A dodo code invites anybody with that code to your island to come visit. A dream code is where they can come visit, but it won't be saved. And they can't do any damage to your island. So I'm not sure if it's going to be something where you're going to have to seek out other folks' dream codes. Because if you Google anything on Animal Crossing, you can find codes for things for different clothing items that somebody has created, or flooring and wallpaper and all that good stuff. So I think it's I'm not sure how they're going to do that yet, and I'm hoping that they're able to give you options to go visit. Here are the people that have agreed to it. You might like their stuff. Yeah, good featured islands or something like that, maybe, right? If nothing else, if there isn't, there'll be, I'm sure, some sort of directory. As we found for so many things with Animal Crossing. So
hey, Katie, I don't know if I'd be too excited about fireworks, because I don't know about where you live, but where I live, for about a month before fireworks day, all I hear every night of the week is fireworks. So depending on what neighborhood your island is in, that might be a bad thing. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Every day's fireworks day.
Yeah, pretty much.
Around here.
Rock, yes, it is.
And Dormont's not much different.
Nope. Same here in Beachview.
In my hood. Oh, and the other big exciting thing that's coming with the update, well, it was a teaser. It was more of a teaser at the end for the fall update. There's a jack-o'-lantern. So we might be able to decorate for Halloween. Man. Which I'm excited about.
Will you collect the jack-o'-lanterns like turnips, or?
I'm willing to bet it's probably going to be more recipes. Like they're doing something now with different recipes and pearls in the water since you can dive now and make the mermaid and pirate furniture. I haven't seen the pirate stuff yet, but the mermaid stuff right now. But I think it's probably going to be the same thing. They'll just have fall recipes that require certain things that'll just suddenly pop up on your island. You can make jack-o'-lanterns and all that good stuff.
I like it. I miss all this for Pokemon.
Yeah.
I miss being able to go places and play Pokemon. So
and Pikachu in his little Santa hat.
Yes. I was like, well, I got Pikachus with hats, so here we go, you know. I still never got rid of them. I just can't get rid of the ones with the hats. I don't care what season it is. And some of them I've evolved, and that's about it. They're just like half of my like way too much of my Pokemon collection is just Pikachus with various hats or glasses or whatever the heck they had. So that's a shame.
Nothing wrong.
It's a shame. All right, so let's Krause. It's still so weird to me to see Ron with iOS.
I know.
news.
I know.
I'm not used to this.
Yeah, you'll get used to it. But don't forget, right over here, I still do have my Android device.
I know you're completely double fisting it. That's fine.
So
no more Windows Phone? I figured you were holding on to that.
I can do that. I can pull one of those out too here.
There you go.
But it's got dust on it. But seriously though, iOS 14. I don't know about you guys, but one of the things that annoyed me the most is when you have an application, but you can't find it. And I know you can swipe over and start typing and find it in search.
Yeah, Spotlight. It's a dream.
All apps, it's there. All apps in iOS 14. So it's coming. A better world is coming. I promise.
World.
So it's funny. So where do you even get to all apps? Because
so you swipe right.
How many
right to left, and you get the squares, John.
I got a lot of swiping to do to get that far.
And then pull down. Oh, see, I only have one list. Yeah, I only have one page of apps. But...
So this is, of course, you guys are on this is the public beta, or are you in the beta?
Well, it's public now, so we can talk about it.
Oh, okay.
But we're in the beta. I was in the beta.
Okay, yeah. Show the people on the video again what happened. So this is the all apps. Is that a categorized kind of situation?
So here,
yeah.
So here
bring it over your way. There you go.
So there's my home screen.
Yeah.
You swipe. Oh, that was Gmail. You swipe that way, and you get this like grouping of apps.
And those are categorized by like how they're categorized in the
one
store.
Is suggested apps, recent apps, social, entertainment, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But then if you just pull down, you get a list of all the apps.
Alphabetical.
Which is
really not existed.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
Android's had that for years and years. Not that I'm not saying Apple copied or anything. I'm not doing that. I'm not being that guy.
No.
I'm just saying I'm happy to have it.
That's good.
But
good.
They did copy. But
I can't say it's the most exciting thing that's coming to iOS, but
no. Plus being able to set your browser, but they haven't done actually turned that on yet. But it's something they promised.
Good.
And the developers have to build that into their
apps. Yeah.
Into their app.
So the new way to organize. Now I did hear, some one of the podcasts I was listening to is on one of these betas, and it kind of destroyed all of their organization for like the folders they already had, I guess.
It hasn't. It didn't kill any of mine.
Mine stayed.
It's a glitch. It was a glitch that something happened with his, but
okay.
But that's okay because mine are just like I'm just throwing stuff in folders right now just to get it out of the way. I'm just like I'll search for it. If I have to uninstall like many of the things on my phone, I'm never finding it until this update comes. Probably.
I bought my wife the big 10S, I think it was, And it was the hugest mistake because she just installs everything. And then there are pages of icons. And I'm like, honey, you can stack these. But if I stack them, I won't be able to find them.
Don't look at my iPad. I've given up on my iPad a while ago.
It drives people nuts. So my home bar down at the bottom of the screen and pay no attention to my unread emails. But like I've replaced the home bar with just folders of my most used apps. So no matter which page I'm on,
for 40 of your most used apps. Got it.
So here's my favorite part. Or were you done with the iOS?
Yeah, go ahead.
So if you use the home app that has all your HomeKit stuff in it, now and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this right. If you swipe down. That's the right screen. You can see there it actually has a home button that takes you directly into the home app, but then off to the right, it's using like Siri AI to look at your most used HomeKit stuff.
So my light switch would be right there for my living room.
The light switches you would use most often, or what it thinks you need right now.
That's tremendous.
Is right there from the swipe down. So that's been my favorite thing, because like we have it's magic, because like at night, like our bedroom lamp just shows up there because it knows that like based on time of day and location.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
Katie, I don't know how organized you are with your iPhone situation. Are you looking forward to some of these updates?
I'm laughing because I play this game Word Chums with my friend, and I forgot about the game. With everything that happened with everything, I forgot about we were playing a game, and I was like, oh darn, I need to set up another game. And I had no idea where it was, and then I ended up having to spotlight it to find the game, and I didn't realize I had two different folders called games. So and one had a majority of the games, and one had 3 games, and I was like, oh, that's what happened there. So yes, I'm looking forward to any more that helps me find more of my apps without, because you lose.
It's kind of a save me from myself situation, isn't it?
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to that. To kind of restart some of that organization, because some of the bad habits of organization, especially like you're traveling, you got to throw the Hertz app on there, and then you throw that away for half of the year, right? Until it comes around, or depending on what your situation is. I'm looking forward to just that reset without actually resetting my phone, in the long run. So
I have a story on that. So we had a transformer outside of our house. Half of it died. I don't know if you've ever experienced this before, but one day I thought I was losing my mind. Half of my house had power, and the other half of my house did not.
What?
Well,
yes.
I've never seen. I've
No.
never heard of that.
Dude, I was going crazy. We were sitting in the backyard. We have a little blow-up pole, and and then the fountain and stuff in the backyard, and the radio's going. And all of a sudden, it all turns off. Like, dang, I must have tripped the breaker. I run downstairs, and there's air conditioners on in the house. And I'm like, yeah, it's got to be a breaker. I run down the basement. Not a single breaker is tripped. I start wandering around my house, flipping light switches. Half of them work, and half of them don't. So we lost one phase of, there's 220 line that comes into your house. Well, half of it is 110, and the other half is 110. That's what makes 220. We lost half of it. But so half of my smart lights died, and I'm on now this iPhone, and guess what was not installed? The smart light controller. So then I had, which light is it, which brand is it, and which app controls it?
Oh no!
And they start strobing, because they've been turned off for so long, or the power bounced a couple times, which reset it. So it's doing that, and my wife's like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna be sick," because the lights are just strobing, and
because you're like, you got a dance party going on your entire house at this point, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, I swear I'm working on it. I just got to remember which app is for which bulb. And it was fun. So I had that same problem, but now I have all the apps on here. So
awesome. So another house. Hey, I'm getting a little bit of breathing off you, I think, Krause. So maybe just a little adjustment on the microphone. So I have two apps for my awesome things, and this is kind of over time. So I got two problems, life problems that I've had. One, I've been battling with the vegetation coming from the empty lot. Just kind of battling it back. It was an empty lot. We ended up purchasing it, so we're going to start clearing it here when it's not 90 degrees. And an issue that I developed over the years was being exposed to poison ivy, and it started becoming a medical issue. So anytime there's something growing over, I'd be afraid to actually, and I can't eyeball spot poison ivy, poison oak, just off the cuff. So I was like, well, wait a minute. So one day I'm sitting there, and I look up an app because I'm like, there has to be something by now that will like actually identify leaves. Because I remember the Leaf Project. I remember that book. Somebody's done something with this by now, right? We have face detection. Leaves should be easy. So for the first of two apps I'm going to recommend this week is actually PlantScape Plant Identification. There's ads in it. I think there's a subscription. I don't care. All I want to know is this a plant that's trying to kill me? That's what I'm trying to solve right now. Okay, is this poison X? No, good. I can touch it. I can cut it. I can take care of it, right? And it does the job. It lets me know what the stuff is. It lets me know. And I've been very disappointing because there's things I haven't touched for a while. I was like, oh, that's just a beech tree. I can cut that down. That's fine. So it's kind of opened up my yard to me again. So I found myself with a similar issue because I was 1 week ago I was grabbing the trash after the podcast day, and this giant bug falls off of it. And I'm looking at this thing, and it's pretty big. It's a pretty big bug. And I'm looking at the wings on the back of it, and I'm just like, is that a damn cockroach? Right? It was like that has a lot of the characteristics, but I don't think I've seen one in person. So I was same thing with the leaves. I was like, is there something that identifies just insects, right? And this is an ongoing problem as well because I'm told to kill spiders, and we are trying to figure out if there are ones that if they bite us, it'll be a problem. And now I can do that. So I found another app, and it's not impressive of an app. It's got huge ugly ads on it and everything, but it's literally just called Insect Identification. That's it. And it's got a ladybug on the cover on the app for it. Once again, took a picture of this thing and said, no, it's some kind of beetle. Some kind of crazy beetle that happened to be on the trash. So don't worry, you don't have cockroaches. So that's my awesome things is the fact that like you can identify things like this if you're out in nature. Want to know what a bug is. Want to know what the stuff in your yard is. You can use the Insect Identification and PlantScape apps, and this is iOS, of course, just because that's what I have. I would imagine there's equivalents of these somewhere on Android phones as well. So I don't know. Have you guys ever played with any of these or had any need to identify insects and plants out there?
No, but I wish I had this in high school because my biology class in high school, you had to find and identify 100 different leaves. And you were only allowed to use like a maximum of 2 evergreens. Yeah. They're easier to figure out.
I remember that.
But yeah, but like this would have been super helpful 20 some years ago.
You had a book. You had a book of leaves. I remember the book of leaves. A book of book of leaves, book of birds, book of animals that you would for your bird watching, I guess. I remember those. Oh, also from the chat room, it seems. Question to you answers: is this pot? Is this radioactive? Will you get superpowers? There you go.
I was wondering if it could identify the radioactive spiders.
Yeah, exactly. So, but those are helpful. They're free. They're ad supported. Things like that. But they'll get the job done. If you're, I'm sure there's better stuff if you're a full-on plantophile, insectophile, naturophile kind of idea like that. So
I just want it so like if I take a picture of a bug and instead of giving me all the information, it just pops up like run. Like
that's kind of what I want too. I'm just like, yeah, the will this kill me? Can I just get a will this kill me app, right?
Hey dummy, don't try to take a picture with it. Just go.
Yeah, that's what we need. Let's see. Chilla, what is your awesome thing?
What is my awesome thing? So Amazon debuted an announcement to their Amazon Alexa app where they're actually redesigning the app for iPhone and Android. I think the article I posted just talked about iPhone, but it's going to be for Android too, and it's going to use a personalized home screen. So the things that you use most out of the Alexa app, and Ron, this may actually help you depending on how you have your home stuff set up, because I would say 99% of my things show up in Alexa, and then also give me a link to the parent company. The Apple Home app does that as well. But from an Alexa perspective, she now thinks I'm trying to talk to her. Hold on. Alexa, stop listening. So I said her name way too many times not to set her off. But I go in a lot of times to look to either add skills or to primarily use my smart devices. So it would be neat to see those pop up to the top. I'm also wondering, would this get me using other pieces of the service like shopping list or anything like that? So I like the idea that the things you're going to use most are going to kind of levitate to the top. It may kind of limit some people in their findability. You may never notice certain things, but hopefully Ring's done a really good job to me of kind of circling new features or features I may not be aware of kind of towards the bottom of their front page. So I'm looking forward to this one. And I think it's rolling out over the next couple months.
This is probably due for a refresh because I think they've been at it for a while with that app, right? So no, that should be handy. So I don't really get much use of the app itself until I'm setting anything up. So do you find yourself kind of using it on a regular basis for interfacing with your stuff?
I do, because I find myself going in there if I'm not in the home app already, like if it's the first app I see, I'll go in there to control a device. Also, my fire is controlled via there. I have some more. I've done some more complex routines because if you have two Fire TV devices and you want to use the voice activation stuff, you have to kind of set up routines with custom. You can't just say, hey, turn on the TV, because then it doesn't know which TV to turn on, or it just turns on the first one you set up. So I go in there a lot of times to tweak routines or to build new routines or to just control my devices in general.
So a couple of updates from the last story. First of all, my mom sent me a message with this. It's the exact bird book that I was thinking about, and I remember my parents would have like all these. They're the Golden Guide to Birds. It's the blue bird book. It was $1.99 in probably 1983 dollars.
I had it.
You had it? Yeah?
Yeah, it's still at my mom's house.
It seems like everybody from that era had these books for some reason. On top of that, I was also asked in the chat room, also by my mother, is there an app to identify snakes? And would you know it, there is. So it's called Snake Snap. But this one is 99 cents. Apparently, if you really want to know that snake, you gotta drop $1 on it. So there you go, Snake Snap on the iOS store. Mobile snake identification, fun snake facts. I don't care about fun. Will it kill me? This is the ultimate one, right? Comparisons between commonly mistaken snakes is educational. It's fun and educational. And please don't kill me, snake. Um,
I'm just picturing you like trying to download it and either using the Face ID and it not getting a good I cannot read your face, or you're like, what's my Apple ID password? As the snake's trying to like get closer to you.
Stay there, snake! I'm trying to identify you. Snake ID. It's called
that
Run.
brings whole COVID 6 feet into whole new. Yeah, 6 feet, snake. 6 feet.
If you have time to take a picture, a clear picture of the snake to identify it, it may already be too late. So it's called Run.
That's what we call it. We will call the app Run.
Run from snake.
It'll encompass like all of the like deadly things in the world.
I feel like this is an attempt for the hot dog not hot dog app.
Kill you, not kill you app.
What is the snake identification app accidentally get used for? I'll let you use your imagination. So, but anyways, Silicon Valley. Just watch the entire 4 or 5 seasons to get the joke. But, hey guys, speaking of food items that can be identified, let's identify our sponsors over at Slice on Broadway. Our friends sliceonbroadway.com now at the 4 locations for the next couple of days. So there's a big, I know everybody was sharing it this week. Slice on Broadway, of course, is exiting the PNC Park. Mostly because no fans are showing up, because they're not allowed to. So, but still 3 great locations, and there was a message from them on their site about how they are exploring locations for another 4th location. So things are going strong there. I saw Rico. We're talking podcasting at Slice on Broadway tonight. So I'm like, are we starting a Slice cast, guys? But supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Our good friends down there supporting us for a good portion of the 10 years of the AwesomeCast, and thank you everybody for supporting them. I know my buddy Riz was Riz Plays Games on Twitter was sharing some experiences there this past week about some expertly handled customer service, for instance. So thank you everybody that's been out there and sharing their stories of hanging out with our friends at Slice on Broadway. So
Shane, that was a great store too. I've been in there two or three times.
The PNC
really
Park
nice
one?
place. Yeah.
It was nice to get like Slice instead of like just the like standard baseball pizza, right?
Yes, I completely agree. Yeah.
The hey, this resembles pizza, kind of situation. So, and you didn't have to be in a game. It was a nice setup because of.
Oh yeah, I went 2 of the 3 times I went. I was outside the stadium.
I don't think I was ever at a game. I don't think I've been to a game since they opened. So, but some good stuff over there. Hey, Amanda Narcissi was over on our Facebook group for AwesomeCast and had some stuff that she wanted to share this week, and I'll probably need some help from the photo files here in the group. But dropping today, but first, since we're on the video game line, this was I believe this was brought up previously, but it is the analog at the Analog Pocket at analog.co. It's basically a Game Boy, guys. It's the old style, like probably resembles like a Game Boy Color, but it's got the 4 buttons like you would get on a Super Nintendo or I guess the Game Boy Advance have 4 buttons? I don't think it did. But this will actually play the cartridges. It's compatible with Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance library, and also works with cartridge adapters for other systems like Game Gear, Neo Geo, Pocket Color, Atari Lynx, and more. That is gotten my attention because I can't get a Game Gear to work to save my life. These days, the screens keep going with them. If anybody's still, those LCDs. But that Game Boy, I'm just saying, I was going to say, the original Game Boy is still going strong. But try to get your Game Gear to work. Like I actually got one from Chachi because the screen went on mine because I had just picked up a bunch of games and didn't realize that there was a problem. But then the sound is busted on his, like, unless you put the headphones in. It's like, it's one thing or the other with these things. Sega.
I always had the problem on the Game Gear with the power connector.
Mm-hmm.
Like the port would actually go bad inside the Game Gear, and I'd have to kind of like wrap the cord around the side of the thing to kind of keep it bent
The widget, yeah.
But what is that device? What is that thing on the bottom of this device? Is that like a dial-up modem connector?
No, that is wait, you're talking about, let's say I'm gonna pull this up here. This looks like this actually may be the this is the headphone jack for like an advance, because they had a weird headphone jack on there, I think. But yeah, it does look like kind of a squeezed Ethernet adapter, doesn't it? So
what's the cost?
Oh, it's a MIDI and sync cable.
Oh, is it? Which I think.
Yeah, I scrolled down the page and it said pocket to MIDI.
Oh,
USB.
and there it is, hooked up to a soundboard and keyboard. Interesting. Probably for music creation and live performance. Wow, that's probably so you can get your bit tunes going on, right? Wow, you can do a lot with this. It has an entire interface for music on there. Let's see, MIDI, analog sync cable, pocket link cable. I'm looking for the price on this thing, actually.
Yeah, I keep scrolling.
Man, they got a lot of information. Everything looks so good on this thing too. Oh, here you go.
$200.
$200. Okay, for considering everything, I'm curious about the adapters too, if you can find that. But you can also use a dock to kick it up to an HD TV. You can use your 8-bit do Bluetooth, which I think is that adapter you have, maybe, Chilla? Or maybe one of the controllers for it.
Yeah, I have the. Where is it? It's right here.
You can connect controllers directly to it via USB. Wow, this thing is nice. It looks like if Apple made a Game Boy.
The adapters are $30 a piece. So the Game Gear adapter's $30, the Neo Geo Pocket's $30, and the Atari Lynx adapter's $30.
Oh, grab me this and a Game Gear adapter, and I'm going to town on this thing, and I'm buying every damn Game Gear game I can get my hands on.
So, did you see their store?
No.
So hold on one second. So
under pre-order?
You go to pre-order and start scrolling further down in the Analog Pocket.
It's available in black and white. Okay.
They sell like Mega SG, which plays
Genesis.
Sega Master System game cards. Like they sell systems.
Yeah, they sell. So the big thing for this is, some people may be asking, how are they doing this? Most of the patents have expired on the original system. So because notice that we're talking about these are Super Nintendo Genesis era things. So like they can completely, like, this isn't emulation, this isn't anything else. Like this is they rebuilt the hardware to use all the chips, to use everything, to natively use your old cartridges with it, which is nice because, like, who's tried to fix their original Nintendo Entertainment System, right? Those things wear down after a while, but you still have the cartridges that are perfectly fine. So this is
except for the battery in your Zelda.
Yeah, the battery in your Zelda. Which a lot of these will also, I don't know if these ones, but I've seen ones that have the battery backup is in the system, that they'll do save states, but those might be the ones with the emulators that I'm thinking too. So yeah, these guys, wow, Analog's got some cool stuff. How have I never heard of these guys other than like
they make a Super Nintendo transparent.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. That's really neat.
That's great.
Discontinued.
That's
the thing. This is definitely a very boutique kind of thing, right? I was like, okay, $200 to play my old Tetris cartridge, right? To play, those
and play your old Tetris cartridge on your 4K TV. I don't know.
You know what? Bring it on. Bring it on.
Well, yeah, these are all, but it'll be interesting to see because, like, I wonder what they did, because these are all HDMI devices, and even for the older analog, they have an analog DAC.
Right. So they must be upscaling somehow. I don't know.
Probably just like Nintendo kind of redid for the Nintendo Mini or whatever it was. Maybe they do something to make it look.
Yeah, maybe they add a little bit of smoothing to it or something. But I mean, that's something that can. I mean, it doesn't take as much hardware to do what it used to take an entire, what was packed into a Game Boy, right? So you can do more with the silicon per space. So you can put something in there that does that processing on top of just playing my Tetris. So, Amanda also shared here. She got a new camera. It says a new sort of new tech came today, which I think new to her. It was the Lume Cube Mini Panel for lighting. It's the size of a business card, but it has 60 LED lights, has adjustable shade and dimmer, also has a light meter built in, comes with a mount for mobile devices, a mount for a mobile device tripod holder, or a DSLR. Also can be handled for movement. So I don't know if you guys had a chance to look at this thing. That's a nice, tiny, almost, I guess, pocketable light that you can carry around. Probably perfect.
I don't know what this is going to. So I highly recommend the Lume Cube line.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be interested to see what this. Yeah, see how bright that is.
Yeah, only $60. Oh, what are you doing there? We're blinded.
So this is a Lume. This is actually like the Lume Cube.
Okay.
And it kind of the same thing. It's has a mount. This one's rechargeable. Connects Bluetooth to your device. Charges over USB, but it's the same kind of thing. And then they sell like diffusers and stuff. Works extremely well, and it's even magnetic. So you can pretty much get it to cling to anything to light up a podcast or whatnot.
Nice. Before we go to our first break, I wanted to bring up, so we had the Xbox Game Pass event. Not an Xbox event, not an E3 event, not a what's coming on the new system necessarily, but it was a Game Pass event that they had last week, and that's of course why we had to have Krause on, since he's our Microsoft guy. We were talking about a little bit about subscriptions, because now this all just plays into the regular subscription issue, doesn't it? And of course, I'm still trying to talk Cynthia Klosky into subscribing to Game Pass and maybe xCloud after talking last week. Krause, so explain what Microsoft's doing and what kind of came out of last week.
Well, they basically came on and talked for an hour, and basically every single game that was shown would be available day and date on Game Pass. So if you're a Game Pass subscriber, everything that they showed during this event is going to be available to you to play with that $15 a month subscription. And we're talking the likes of Halo and how many new IPs were there? There were at least
so many,
7, 8 new IPs. So it's they're making quite a statement when it comes to where they see their future, I believe.
And include some old ones like Phantasy Star Online 2. There was an expansion announced for that. Forza, Fable's supposed to be coming back. And the majority of these, and I'm guessing the ones that don't. Hey, there's Tetris. Bringing it back around, there's Tetris, guys. Tetris Effect was on here.
Destiny is on that list.
Destiny has all the Destiny. Like all the expansion packs are coming to Game Pass. Apparently, State of Decay 3 is going to be part of this, which is a big franchise. Another Warhammer game. So it's and I love the odd Psychonauts 2 with Jack Black being part of it. I love just kind of the wild new IP that seems to pop up in a lot of these.
I would agree. Yeah, and I don't know if this is. It was weird because a lot of people going into this event expected it to be something to sell the Xbox, the new console. But like you, I believe it was more to say, "Hey, Game Pass is no joke, and this is where I believe this is where they're going." You know what I mean? And we talked about the pre-show how. Quietly, Microsoft has removed the 12-month Xbox Live SKU from their store. So, I think where they're going to go is maybe there will be a change in pricing or something, but I think something's going to happen with the One X release where it's going to be Game Pass all the time, kind of thing.
Yeah, or at least like moving towards it. Like if you want to buy your games, you can buy your games. But why would I drop $60 for Halo Infinite when I can drop $15 a month and play it for 2 months, right?
My issue though is, and we've talked about this before, I keep going back to Call of Duty. I'm one of those people where I play a game and I play a game and I play a game and I keep playing a game. Although I guess maybe my mindset will need to change, where I have to look at it as, I'm not paying to play certain games, I'm paying to play all the games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's maybe where my mind has to change a little bit.
And most of these games were labeled, again, some of them I think were intended for later, because they've made the announcement that the first 2 years, anything that comes out will play on Xbox One as well as the Series X. So you do not generally, and some of these didn't have that listing, but again, I think there are a couple. When you saw the Fable trailer, there's not much to it. That thing's not coming out for at least 2 years.
No.
But everything says at least Series X and PC, if not also just Xbox One. So, like, already Grounded was one that they showed on this, and Tell Me Why, which is an episodic mystery kind of thing that they're doing. I already have those downloading on my Xbox from Game Pass. The preview, like either a game preview or the pre-files for when it drops here in a couple of weeks, which just crazy. Like, there's no wait for this. Like, here, this is something we showed you, and here it is on your Xbox like the next day. Like that is different than what Sony's doing, what Nintendo's doing. Although it seemed like, didn't Paper Mario come out like out of nowhere? It seemed like people were reviewing it like the next week after I heard about it. But it's they really seem to be positioning, aren't they, for like a Netflix of games, and then throw an xCloud, and it's really become so device agnostic at this point.
I completely agree, and I've said before, I don't know if I said it on the podcast or not, but I know John and I have talked about it. At the moment, I really don't think I'm buying the new hardware on day and date. I think I'm going to wait for at least a year and see if the price drops a little bit. Because quite honestly, all of the games that I want to play are still going to play on the console I already own. And where I play my games, I don't have a 4K monitor or anything, so I'm not going to gain any added benefits from that. So why spend the money?
And supposedly there's supposed to be a version of, I guess, the Series X that's not going to be 4K.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, that they keep speculating on that too. Did you see the controller photo today?
Yeah, I saw that floating around. It's got that
white controller.
It's got that Steam controller kind of thumb pad to it, doesn't it? So.
Yeah, I think that's one of the thumb pads that was on the what's that higher cost controller that you can buy for the Xbox, the Pro Series,
is it the Elite? It's the Elite.
The Elite.
Yeah.
That's it. I think that looked more like one of the Elite options, because those buttons pulled off and you could change them out with it. That was one of the options, I believe, on the Elite controller.
Chilla, you're somebody who's dancing between all three platforms at this point, probably. What did the Game Pass announcement kind of do for you last week?
Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous that like Game Pass is going to be the main point of view for everything, and the way I play games, I don't, at this point in time, Game Pass is overpriced for the way I play, and because I go between consoles.
I also remember it's only $10 if you're just Xbox One, right?
It's only $10 per
$10 a month. Yeah,
$10 a month. 15 is if you also do the PC games.
Yeah, but I pay $60 a year for live.
Right. For live, yeah.
And then I buy my games as needed. So I guess, I would say I honestly don't.
Well, you would be wait. You're already paying $60 a year.
Yeah.
A Game Pass subscription is like $120 a year.
$120.
And you get more.
Twice as much.
And you get
more. Twice as much.
And you get more than the 5 games that are included with gold.
But I don't. Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, I've probably bought a game this year.
Right.
2 games.
Right.
Since Christmas, I've bought 2 games. I bought the Jedi game from EA, and I bought and I bought the new Minecraft Dungeons.
Okay.
So
how much
like,
was how much was Minecraft Dungeons?
I think I got the like elite version or whatever, the hero edition.
Okay.
And I think it was like $39.
Okay.
It wasn't like a normal $60 game.
So you're close. You're getting. I see where you're going, Sorg. He's getting closer to Game Pass.
Yeah,
Because wasn't that included?
But it all depends on. Then I'm worried. Like by the time I get to finish the game, am I going to have to go buy it? Because I still haven't even finished the Star Wars game.
I don't think you have to worry. I don't think you have to worry about Microsoft games.
I don't have. You're right. I don't have to. So based on the Halo stuff, it might be worth it in the first.
Mm-hmm. I gotta tell you, man, I got to play Halo 5 on this thing. I got to play Minecraft. Streets of Rage 4 dropped day and date. Like it's all right just for being able to jump into games like that. It's really nice. I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2. I was in no hurry to buy Red Dead Redemption 2. This is still like a $40, $50 game. And it came in like, what, 2018? And it's just like, yeah, I'll play some Red Dead Redemption 2 for a while this is on here. You know, like it's kind of nice for that. Now, would you be more interested when the cloud gaming comes in?
Yes. Because I feel like if I can play it on the couch, I probably
you can get more game time.
I can get more game time.
Right.
There
if
it
the
goes.
work time quit interfering.
There you go.
Well, that's all you there, buddy.
Katie.
But, yeah.
Katie, I know you're a switcher yourself. But and you already participate in something similar because you do the Nintendo Online with all the classic games they have in there. I mean, it's a different type of thing, but it's relatable.
Yeah, no, I just bought Minecraft on here. Ooh.
Oh, wait, is it crossplay? Can we play against each other or with each other?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, we need a Minecraft night, Katie. We need to just all do a Minecraft night. So
yes,
but anyways,
I've expanded slightly beyond my.
Now,
what does that service cost a month, or is it a yearly fee?
I think it's like what, $20.
$12. Oh, I thought it was $12 for a single.
I thought it was like for the yearly thing.
I thought it was $20 a year.
I thought it was $20 a year. Because
oh wow, $20 a year. That's a deal.
Yeah, now you're like making me double check it.
But also,
I screwed it up. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I screwed it up. I didn't. I did it in the beginning. Yeah, it's $3.99 a month, $7.99 for 3 months, and then $20 for a year. But if you have a family plan, it's $35.
I must have got a deal because, and I'm seeing one like on eBay. I'm wondering if I got mine off of Amazon and someone was like reselling their code. Because I think I got mine for $12, and I see one on eBay here for $12.
But you also were in there early, so you might have gotten some preliminary kind of things. But so Katie, like, so you're already, I mean, obviously $20 versus like $120 for you know the Nintendo games versus Halo. Like, does that kind of open that up? Like, if you're able to play Xbox games on your phone here coming up, you know, to kind of grow into a bigger Netflix for games? I
think so, because like one of my issues is I hate buying. Like I'm very excited when people start playing a game and they start talking about a game like Red Dead Redemption was a good one, and everybody was like, "This is an awesome game," and I'm like, I can't devote the time to make it the whole way through, but I want to check it out.
Yeah. But
I don't want to spend the money, and then you just have these games, and you know the resale value is crap on all this stuff anymore. Still, and it's less of a commitment, and I would be more interested to play other games if it didn't cost me, so much money to do so, and like give these things a shot. Versus, especially when they're out, and you're like, oh wait, I can participate in these conversations with my friends.
I tell you what, I wouldn't even bother with Minecraft Dungeons if it wasn't for Game Pass at this point. No matter how much Chilla told me about it.
So, I'm really enjoying it. I even got like the downloadable content and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Which I'm guessing you get for free with the.
I guess maybe, I don't know. It's weird because sometimes I think they give you certain things so that, like, I noticed this with gold. Half the stuff you get with gold for like those free games of the month, there's probably an expansion pack for you to purchase as well.
Well, yeah, that's the old story. Here's a taste. The first taste is
Well,
free.
it's not just a taste, because it's like, here's the entire main game, but if you want to...
the good stuff.
But if you want the classic Tekken 7 whatevers, you got to go pay some money for it, right? But so how does that work? So now then you find yourself, not with Minecraft because it's Microsoft, but then you find yourself, hey, I paid for the expansions. This game just left Game Pass, but they give you a good discount when it leaves. So it's not, if you're like, I need to finish Red Dead Redemption. Oh, it's only $20? All right, I'll pay that for that. And you only get that because you have Game Pass. You don't get that deep of a discount, I don't think, otherwise. It's just like there's always been sales for gold. I don't know how many games I've cleaned up on and added my collection randomly because of the gold discounts. So, it all works out in the end, and you're still giving them money. And that's the point, right? It's my one show I was listening to was saying Microsoft's been moving to services. They're doing the Xbox what they did with Office, right? We pay $10 a month for Office, right? We pay ungodly amounts for Adobe every month, and then throwing $10 or $15 at your just so you can game whenever you want makes sense too in the long run. So versus
how much more do you think the xCloud's going to cost?
I think it's going to be the same. I think it's included with Ultimate.
Wow.
I think
I think you're going to have to get Ultimate. I don't think you're going to be able to get.
I think they've said it will be included at no additional charge. I think
Ultimate, not just to because it's the Xboxes. If you just do Game Pass with Xbox, right? That's
$10 a month.
$10. I think it's at the $15 level.
Yeah, the way they get you is, hey, spend $1 for the first month of your Ultimate. And we're like, okay, wait, none of these games play on my laptop. Oh well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited because I don't need to drop
some new hardware.
I'm excited because I don't need to drop $500 to continue playing. And I mean, but knock on wood, I have an original Xbox that was pre-owned. If anything happens, I won't feel bad about dropping $300 on a new one. Maybe not the best, right? The Xboxes have turned into iPhones in the long run, and this adds to it. All right, let's get a couple other stories here before we roll out of here. Chilla, Movies Anywhere watch party?
So Movies Anywhere, you can invite up to 9 people to watch a movie with you.
Is this still in beta? You had to get other people in beta and then invite them. I sent out invites and then got nothing. Is this full on right now?
I thought it was, from what I was looking at, it was full on.
Looks like it is now. Yeah.
It's gone mainstream.
Maybe they sped it up because of the pandemic.
Probably, but I just thought it was cool because it's not like you're going to meet up with your friends to go to the movie theater, but you could, as long as it's on Movies Anywhere, you could get everyone together. And to me, it reminds me of the old days of Xbox 360 and remember you could watch the Netflix together.
Watch parties, yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, it seems like it would be kind of fun.
And not quite as sketchy as the other ways to do things.
To me, this definitely feels official.
So this is I own Wonder Woman, which I do, and I'm like, hey guys, let's watch some Wonder Woman, and it looks like you send it in a message, and they type in a code, and that unlocks it on their side as well. Screen Pass, which is still in open beta, so it is still rocking an open beta, but it looks like that looks a little more to it than I love everything. Every time one of these pops up,
so Movies Anywhere app is free, but all watch together. Oh,
yeah, but under
so
the video.
we would all have to own the movie, or we would have to get it via Screen Pass. So you don't have to be a Screen Pass person.
Mm-hmm.
If you and I both, which we do, we both own Wonder Woman, we could watch together.
Okay, Screen Pass itself is an open beta, but
yes,
if we both have Wonder Woman, which we both should,
Everybody should.
Everybody should. Let's be honest about this.
And if you sign up early on, you got Big Hero 8 for free. So we probably both have Big Hero 6.
Big Hero 6. Thank you.
Sorry.
Jeez.
So we probably both have Big Hero 6. One of the Bourne movies.
Well,
Ghostbusters.
I already own Big Hero 6. Honestly. So if anybody wants to screen Movie Pass with me, or Movie Pass, no, that's the other thing. No, the movie's anywhere with me. Anything DC or Marvel or Ninja Turtles, I got it. Just throwing that out there.
Okay, but what's the point? But I don't know. Having to have everybody own the movie, doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose?
Well, that's why there's the other version too. There's the other version too that gives the limited a bit. Like that's kind of like Hoopla borrowing movies, right? So like that. You can't like go take your code and run off with a copy of Wonder Woman, right?
Right.
Yeah. But also, I can't be like this is the problem I've been having because I've been like, hey, can somebody come over and watch this weird Ewok movie with me from the 80s? And I can't get anybody to do it because it's on DVD. And so I'm like, damn it, I'm just gonna watch this myself now, because we're stuck. But now you can do that. Now I need a Movies
I
Anywhere
would watch
copy
the
of it.
Ewok movie with
Thank you. But I can't do it because.
you. All right.
But we
Social
can't do
distancing.
it because we're social distancing. So, or we were setting up to do something before some other stuff went, and there's this weird wrestling show that MTV had in like the late 2000s, and we both bought one of the last 3 copies of the entire series on DVD off of Amazon so we could watch it together. And then it fell apart. So now we just both own this DVD for no good reason at all. So these are the kinds of problems you have. So let's watch Wonder Woman sometime this week. As an example in the article. That's why it keeps coming up. Anything else to touch before we get out here? I know we had a lot of stories. This is a good week for stories in general. There's a lot of good stuff. Doom in your Minecraft. Apparently there's a full-on DOSBox emulator. You can walk up to a computer and play Doom amongst other things. Chilla, you gonna try that?
I was wondering, I'm guessing you have to be like the Java edition. I'm guessing this doesn't work on like the iPad and Xbox version.
I didn't catch that. Yeah.
Come on, Chilla, you can hack it.
I want to watch that show. Can Chilla hack it?
Let's see. Anything else? Well, I was just catching a couple of those. I love this one. The NBA will use Microsoft Teams to virtually seat fans courtside on large 17-foot displays. 17 foot? That seems like a lot. Oh, I guess it's one big 17-foot display and everybody's face pops up, right?
Sounds like a
that's
Zoom
from
call.
that new Zoom feature where it shows like a room full of heads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
oh boy.
I forget what they call it.
Oh, this is okay. So this is the together mode that I saw the video for in here. I got in here because I'm like, what is this thing? So it puts everybody in like a library or seated behind desks and stuff. Is this how this works? Have you tried this thing?
I have not tried it, but I watched the video in this clip, and it shows everybody
strange.
Like kind of in a library, like a library or conference room, like a stadium seating conference room. It puts all the people in there. It's kind of interesting.
Good for the NWA. They put everybody in a bubble, and they're trying a lot of different stuff around this.
Seriously, can you imagine how much money that's costing to take all those teams and socially distance them all?
Compared to what they're getting from all the contracts on television.
Yeah.
Everything is fine. Everything is fine. They're doing better than baseball. So, or at least the Marlins. So, Ron Krause, thank you for joining us again and talking.
Anytime. Happy to be here.
Talking the Xbox and talking betas with us. Oh, by the way, Xbox news. I joined the Insider program.
Nice.
Just so I can stream from my Xbox to my Android phone. Yes, because I'm like, well, Assassin's Creed isn't on my list for xCloud. What can I do about this? And I did something about it. So I hope I don't break anything with this thing. But it seems pretty. It doesn't look like I'm not in like an alpha thing or anything like that. So, Crazy Cross on the Twitter.
Yep, that's me.
Katie has stuff going on Animal Crossing.
Oh no, we got a thing on Thursday.
I misspoke because I was plugging last Thursday and I had the week wrong.
Yeah, the 30th. My friend PB Smooth and Derek Direction are participating in the Air Bike Derby where they raised money.
Hold that up there. Those two are displayed on the show on the shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, there's PB, there's me, there's Derek on his little bike, but that's my shirt. And so they raised money on the GoFundMe for me, and essentially the original plan was for every $10 they rode for 20 seconds on their air bikes, and they raised a lot of money. And so it sounds like the event is being broken up over several days, with July 30th being the first one. I'm not sure of the time, but it will be on Instagram live, I believe.
It's an attempt not to create another medical emergency while fixing someone's medical emergency in the meantime.
Exactly. So it'll be fun. I'm excited to watch, and hopefully they survive.
Looking forward to that. That's this Thursday night. I think they kick off like 6:30, 7 o'clock, something like that.
I'm not sure.
So follow their social medias, PB Smooth, Derek Direction. Look them up on the Instagram, I believe it's going to be. So
on the Instagrams.
Yep. It'll be something. It will be something.
A lot of sweat.
A lot of sweaty
You're into
people.
Sweaty men.
Yes.
Riding bikes.
I keep getting stuck. Like I'm reading a tweet, and then below it is just like PB's chest flexing, and I'm like, and this happened to me like 3 times in one night. I'm like, what the hell is happening to my Twitter feed right now? It just PB's man pecs all over the place. But anyways, Chilla, what are you up to?
I'm now down this like rabbit hole of Minecraft plugins and mods. Thank you guys very much. I've now found Star Wars mod packs.
Wow.
Yeah, now I'm gonna have all new stuff to
make sure you tweet about it at Chilla on the Twitter.
Yes, definitely. Oh, and there's a Skyblock section.
And we'll leave him to his own devices now that we've done that. Guys, thank you so much. At Sorgatron on the Twitter, I've been sharing a lot of things over the last bits as well to make the funny and educate. You can see my dog with the whipped cream pup cup from the Starbucks today. It was great. Thank you, TikTok, for the music. Anyways, thank you, everybody. Whoop, that's the wrong button. Thank you, everybody in the chat room. I know Carmen and Podner and my mom and a bunch of other people were there throughout the evening. You guys again join us 7 p.m. Eastern time across all the AwesomeCast social medias. We'll see you guys next time. You've been our awesome audience. Have an awesome week. Keep bumping all the buttons on this and seeing a bunch of stuff pop up on my screen. I'm touching the touchpad while my mouse is going, and I'm like, who's controlling my computer? I just need to put this over here.
Put